All right, let's have a real conversation about currently what's going on in the economy, which to me is just insane. The average person is not making enough money to support the minimum standard of living, even if they're working full time. Many people now are not even working a full time job. People are working 40 to 50 to 60 to 80 hours a week just to get by. And people always wonder why. Why does everything just seem so expensive and unfair? It's all because of the wages. The federal minimum wage is $7.25, and 25 cents, and that hasn't changed since 2009. Think about that, $7.25 since 2009. That comes up to $15,000 a year. With $15,000 a year, you are below the poverty line. That's the reason why everyone is struggling so much. Even with the wages not increasing, everything is getting extremely expensive. And it just like, it's wild to think that you apply for a job and the interview, they ask why you want this job. And you might say something like, to support my family, or, I just need the money to pretty much survive. The person interviewing you, what they're gonna say? $7.25, sir, is not enough to survive. So you should go somewhere else and apply for another job. Who is hiring someone for $7.25, expecting them to have a standard living? And yet, here we are. The cost of living is just skyrocketing, whether it's rent, health, breathing, dying, everything nowadays is extremely expensive. MIT even did this study which proves how these corporations are just not paying people enough, which is a standard living wage. And the standard living wage for someone to survive during these times is $18 to $20 an hour. Now, mind you, it definitely depends on the location that you're in. This is more on the average. $18 to $20 an hour just to survive. There's so many people right now having these current jobs out there that are not making $18 to $20 an hour. They're making way less than that. And if they're making that amount of money, they need roommates or stay in a parent's house because it's not enough to survive on your own. And they even did in their survey for a single parent with a child would need $30 an hour to survive. It's getting way out of hand. And the real wages adjusted by inflation has not changed for the middle class to the upper middle class. It has damn near remained the same. And you don't need to be someone who studies economics or statistics to know exactly what's going on right now. Everything is just extremely expensive. We all can feel it. We all see it in the gas pump. We all see it when we get groceries. We see it when we're renting our apartments. We see it when our car insurance going up, our homeowners insurance going up. Everything is getting extremely expensive. And meanwhile, what do we do about it? Nothing. Or we get 2 or 3 jobs, we work a 9 to 5, then from that we work a 6 to 10 on a side hustle just to survive. So many people I see out there right now doing DoorDash, Uber, all of that just to bring in some extra income. And it's really sad and it's unfortunate because I used to do that. I used to do DoorDash and Uber Eats on the side. And in a good year, I made $15,000. But I seen people and I had conversations with people who were doing that for a living. The amount of wear and tear you're putting on your car for a living to survive on the gig work is extremely ridiculous. And what makes matters even worse, everyone now is jumping into these apps just to survive. Simply just to survive. So what do you think now about the people who are doing those services? They're getting less orders. And if you're getting less orders, you're getting paid less. And let's not even talk about the tip culture that's out there right now, that people just, unfortunately, either they don't want to tip or they're just too broke to tip. So now you're making no money on these services because most of the people who do those deliveries survive on tips. And the corporations, man, they have a big blame here because they understand that many people are going out picking side hustles because the whole culture now is not working just one job, is working 2 or 3 jobs. So your primary job is not taking care of you. What's getting you above and beyond is your side hustle. So they know, hey, by the way, this is the pay, this is how much we're giving you. We're not giving raises, which I don't understand why they're giving no raises, but they're not giving raises. Here, go ahead and pick up a side hustle. That's what most people are doing. They're saying, okay, they're just gonna deal with the fact they're not getting the raises, but on the side, they have something cooking up in order for them to just survive. And I remember back in my days, that was actually like around, and I remember this, it was at least 12, 13 years ago, out of nowhere, my job did a cost of living increase. I didn't feel the pressure at that time as much as I do now. Right now, things are extremely expensive and so obvious. And when I got that, like 15 years ago, I was a little shocked by it because I did not know a corporation would do that, but I was gracious. And it was a big bump. I'm talking about a 25% bump in my salary. But that's it. That has not changed because these corporations know and they understand we are supplementing our income with side hustles. So we're just going to deal with it because right now, especially the job market being so just toxic, people do not want to go and clean up their resume and apply for a new job. Everyone wants certainty. So they're sticking in a job that they feel is stable because they don't want to risk being homeless. And the wealth gap is just increasing. Since the 1970s, productivity in the United States has increased so much. I mean, it's extremely drastic how much productivity increased in the United States. And you know what? Pay is not. But someone is getting wealthy, obviously, right? Because everyone is just buying, buy now, pay later, swiping their credit cards, having nice cars. People are spending, but the people making the most money are these corporations. These corporations are making the killing. They're getting record profits while we're getting nothing at all. And what's crazy about it is we are the ones that fuel the economy. We are the one that's needed to fuel it and to keep the economy running, but we're not getting paid well. Innovation is coming out. We're learning about it. We're implementing this within our jobs and our lives, but we're not getting rewarded for it. So what do we do during these times when it feels like we're not even making enough to support our minimum lifestyle? You just have to buckle down and just become really strategic and be extremely disciplined, consistent with your strategy. Your strategy of building wealth and savings. Yes, emergency fund. I know Dave Ramsey says $1,000. Now it's time to triple or quadruple that amount. Cannot survive on just $1,000. You need that cushion because we all hate to have to restart. $1,000 gets wiped out. You got to restart all over again. Now you're back in the struggle. Now you're back working a side hustle just to increase your savings. You need to be really smart and delay some dumbass purchases that you need to make. I love vacations. And trust me, there's so many things in my life that I want to do. And I understand that life is short. But if you build the discipline to say no temporarily and you save up money for the vacation, you save up money to build your emergency fund, you save up money to investing, eventually you'll get out of this. Okay? Because there is a way for us to get out of this cycle that we're in. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't get out because they just fall victim to consumerism. They start buying, spending, thinking that can numb the pain away. It doesn't fix it. It makes it worse. So you need to be really smart and really strategic on what you're doing right now with your money. If you have a job, you got to speak up and negotiate and try to get the pay raise. If you're doing a side hustle, you have to make sure it's something that's worth it, that it could replace your future income in case you lose your job. Can't be doing deliveries. $2.50 for delivery is not cutting it. You need way more than that in order to supplement your income. And there's things out there. There's side hustles that you could do, some hobbies, some things that you really enjoy doing. And yes, you might not make a lot now, but if right now you have a job and things are stagnant, that's okay. You have time to build that side hustle and see where it goes. With some patience and consistency, you will get there. So guys, drop a comment down below and let me know how you're feeling right now during the current state of the economy. What struggles are you going through and what are you doing to get ahead? I would love to hear it and hopefully it gets some motivation to people out there who right now, quite frankly, need it. Thanks for watching this video. Take the time to hit the like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Catch you guys on my next one. Peace.